If we have a business plan, and I have to hold it with these pillars, I have few pillars. What do you believe should be these pillars about? Because the marketing plan is really a cover to a few other sub-plans. Plans which are part of the master plan, the business plan, or what we say again, we call it the B plan. You might say finance. I have to know how much I have to invest. Do I need loans, short-term, medium-term, long-term? How much money do I have to invest? How much money do I need to bring over? What will be the pricing to allow me return investment within 3 years? To reach the break-even point every month on the 20th of the month or on the 20,000th product that I'm selling? I have different quantitative ways to look at that. It's a whole world which we won't tackle today, finance. So we have a financial plan. What other plans we might have? We might think about an operational plan, maybe, again, human resources plan. How many people do we need really to work with us? As we develop, we have our vision, we have our strategy, we have a long way to go. How many people do we need? What is going to be their title, their job description, their salaries, their income, whether it's commission-based, salary, mix, it all depends. And we have, obviously, the marketing plan. So MKT for marketing is one out of few pillars of what we call a business plan. Okay? But we would like to concentrate on that. So as my background is international and marketing, and as you came to learn about marketing plans, how to do it yourself, let's talk about this pillar, marketing plan. Let's take it and split it into two. The first part will be planning. And again, I'm taking it from the breakdown of the management, what we saw before, what management is all about. The second part will be about execution. We will keep that for later. We will have it as well. On the other hand, as we just said, we have strategy, just following the vision, which covers everything. Us as personalities, the business as a whole, the business plan, and obviously has a lot of effect on the marketing plan. Let's take the first part, which is planning, and split it into two. Okay? Take the first part, planning, and split it into two. The first part, I can ask a question. I can ask a basic question, where are we today? Where are we today? We're looking a year backwards. We're looking a year backwards to analyze what have we done. What have we done properly? What have we done not properly, less properly? We have to realize what were our successes and where we have failed during the past year. We're going to analyze many of the components that show and create the marketing thinking. We have to think as marketers. We'll talk about competitive analysis. We might speak about analyzing segmentation. How do we segment best our customer base? How do we think about activities that we have done? How can we analyze as a marketer? I can tell you and I'll teach you how to analyze everything to do with your businesses. Once we know where we're coming from, and again, we're not into entrepreneurship at the moment, you all have a business, I hope at least a season, a year, you have a background within this business that you're representing today. If I have to take it onwards, and I've analyzed where I've been during the past year, I want to advance, still planning, to the second question. The second question will be, as you can realize properly, many of you, will be, where are we going to be next year or tomorrow? Where are we going to be next year? So we are talking really about 2 years, overlapping 2 years. 1 year backwards to analyze what have we done, and to realize from that how can we better plan next year. So where are we going to be next year will be the question. And the answer, and we have enough with the answer, is objectives. What kind of objectives? Marketing objectives. If I have to relate this part on your right and marketing objectives, I can relate it to strategy. Strategy is really the action plan, but we have to plan it. We have to have these objectives. And often we confuse the different languages. Supreme objectives are strategy. Not only how we act, but where are we heading? And we mentioned that before. So this is the first part, 1 and 2, of a marketing plan. Where have we been last year? Where are we going to be next year? Let's create this line to be dotted. And we're moving on to the next phase, which is all about execution. We're talking about not only planning, we have to act. We have to know how to better spend our resources. Resources is not only about money. We're talking about time. We're talking about softwares, knowledge, our people. And don't forget, we have to involve budgets and money as well. Again, I'm going to split it into 2 parts. And I have a third question, which has to do, obviously, with execution. What do you believe should be the third question? If you think about the word how to start with, you're right. How to. We have objectives, now we have to deliver. How to create, how to operate, how to execute, everything is perfect. We need a budget, and we need to act. We can call this an action plan. We can call this also, in other terms, we can relate it to the planning phases that we spoke about. We can relate this to tactics. So we have strategy, tactics, vision is all behind. And finally, we have another question, last one, which is again how, but how can we ensure, how can we confirm, how can we control these actions? And then comes what we have kept here under brackets, control. This is the answer, controlling procedures, controlling bodies. Today in your business, do you control your business? Do you do it yourself? Are you objective? In larger corporations, you have committees which just do that, controlling the marketing activities. In some, you might find them. In others, you might not. We're spending here a lot of money in our tactical events, in our tactical actions. We have to confirm and we have to control. So just to take it overall, and we haven't finished, we have to understand that we have a frame of planning. We have what we call the business plan. That part of that, one pillar, important pillar, often the most important pillar, is the marketing plan. Looking inside, zooming in, the marketing plan, we have 2 major phases, planning, executing. Later we have seen, we have questions and answers for each part. So the planning phase, these 2 questions, where are we today? Where are we going to be next year? Marketing objectives, or if you wish, strategies or strategy, finally. And then we have moved to the execution, implementation phase. We spoke about an action plan. It's a budgeted action plan, don't forget. Money is involved. We spoke about resources. And finally, controlling. How can we ensure that we're acting properly? But don't forget, this is cyclic. Once the year is over, or the day is over, some of these activities you're doing daily, like controlling, we're taking it as a whole, as a cycle. A year from now, we'll speak again about analysis of the past year. 2 years from now, the same thing. So as you survive in your business, more and more cycles of seasons, of years, of quarters, you are improving the cycle of planning. And this is the basis of a marketing plan.